Yo, 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 everyone. You're looking at the upcoming prototype debugger interface for SNES Tracker. Let me X out of here and just do it the old-fashioned way and run it from a command line. But before we do that, let's talk about all the improvements I've made to the original, which was developed by Raf Asenat. I made a number of improvements that half of them I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I'm not very good at logging my work because I work so hard. But I actually managed to put something down on this changelog. So let's take a look at it. Possibly broke the masking. That's right. We'll take a look at that later. I hope I remember to look at that. Scroll through songs while paused. Come on, you got to be able to do that. Added end of sample markers. Wicked crucial. You can now see what in the memory view where your samples are or where someone else's samples are if you're analyzing an SPC. Added memory region highlighter. I'll get into that. Added inverse phase volume display. I'll get into that. Added echo and main volume bars. Duh, you need to know what those are doing. You need to check those volumes up. Incorporated Blog's GME APU player functionality. That means that I took the 10 years old SNES 9X APU emulator out, which sounded like crap. And I put the new blog one in and hooked it up. It's got additional functionalities that are going to be really sweet, like saving SPCs. I don't even know what else yet. I'm just getting started. I actually just finished the hardest part of getting the latest of Blog's APU emulator hooked into this bad boy. So goodbye, old SNES 9X APU emulator. Okay. Added keyboard writable port tool, little clunky, so I'll get into that later. Modded the mouse hex dump display to be writable, made it scrollable too with overflow rollover. You'll figure out, you'll see what all that stuff is. I'll show you. Double click events. I mean, come on, you need double clicks. Fixed the PC tracking. That was broken right off the bat. In fact, if you look at the bottom here, the main's temp buff was too small, causing buffer overflow at program startup. Couldn't even start the program up. So, if you ever download Raf's latest version from his website, good luck with that. It's just going to crash. So definitely get mine. The SPC RAM is only 10,000 hexbytes, but vspc play was confusingly going out of the bounds of the RAM array and actually displaying parts of the PC program's memory. Fixed. So, that's some of the stuff that I've been improving. Now let's go and take a look. This is still a command line app, so I run vspc blog, and then I'm going to run all the SPC files in Super Metroid. So, bam. Whoa, did you hear that? Wow, what was that? Oh, that's never happened before, but I'm not worrying about it. Let's go straight to all the new shit that I added. Okay, so let's just go back to the list. I love this music, man. Okay, so the masking is there's this stuff that will take measurements of the amount of RAM SPC memory that's being used, and some sort of mask can be generated such that you have some sort of smaller file with only the parts of the SPC that are actually used, instead of this entire 64, 65K image, whatever it is. And that might be really useful down the line for SPC Tracker. So I'm leaving this stuff in there, not taking it out, even though it's broken at the moment. Scroll through songs while paused. Not only just being paused, but I added a number of keyboard functions to do a lot of that stuff. So I can hit space and I pause, just like that. And then it was actually quite a pain in the balls to figure out how to, go to other songs like I am right now and actually grab the SPC tag information, the ID 666 tag, without playing the song. That was actually a real ball ache. But I got that working, so that's how I'm doing that. And then I can hit space and continue a new song. I'm gonna do one of my favorites. This one. Yeah. So what else did I do? I added the memory region highlighter. Oh, so that's like something later. But one of the coolest things about this whole app is something that like RAF came out with, was how you can highlight the memory region, and then you notice down here that I get a window that correlates to where I'm pointing my mouse. There's also a lock thing. This is all RAF right now, right? But I added some features to it. So the lock, right? So when I click in this window, I'm going to lock this area so it doesn't scroll anymore. And when I click it, I added this little marker that will let us know exactly where we are. And then I added, if you use your scroll wheel or your track bar scroll, you can be anywhere in the window, and when you scroll up and down, see how my memory window will scroll up and down with me, and my little tracker beam will go with me too. It's still a little buggy. It looks like this didn't fade out as much as it should have. It should have been completely erased. But anyway, I can scroll to my heart's content. I can this blink, it correlates to that. Of course, you can hit escape and get out of that. Let's see. Something else that I added that isn't. It's really for the like the hardcore folks. I made all of these. See these registers here are like the DSP registers, and normally they wouldn't actually be updated because those are special registers. So I made them actually interfaceable. You can watch them and write to them. A little more work would be necessary to get the time. Well, actually check this out. I'm gonna do this. This is a timer register right here, and I'm gonna make it go slower. Yeah, now I don't expect any average Joe to know that, right? So down the line this will be more user friendly, but I did add the functionality in this debugger to actually be able to control those special registers. I'm gonna put that back to regular tempo. But yeah, you can do cool things with those registers. Let's see, what did I say? Memory region highlighter. Yep. Another thing I want to add that wasn't in the original version is that if I scroll up in my memory window, it'll wrap to the end of the memory area, so I can wrap both ways. That wasn't there originally. Like I said, the memory actually overflowed out of the bounds of the array and started looking into the PC's memory out of the bounds of the array. It was pretty crazy. Fun to fix though. Let me talk about all these colors, huh? So the blue you're seeing are memory reads, and see these white dots? These signify the end of a sample, of a BRR sample. So with these here, these also weren't there in the original version. I added these. With these here, you can easily tell that this is a BRR sample right here from that beginning, and I can click there and I can lock my thing in there. See? Oh, and I see. I'm glad I added the cursor because it looks like I'm not really where I want it to be. I mean, and that is another thing that I kind of need to improve. I want that to eventually be able to just line up with the precise spot. But yeah, that's where the sample starts, and you can just check it out. So I really want to add some functionality later to rip the samples, where you can just click this whole area and it'll automatically just know that's the sample that you want to rip. Okay, another thing that I added was this yellow memory, but I'm skipping ahead, so I want to play another song. Okay, so I added the inverse phase volume display. So what that is the colon here was normally just white, right, and it didn't do anything. But what I added was if the volume on the voice is set to inverse phase volume, this will, whether it's on the left channel or the right channel, one of these will turn darker. The top one's the left channel, which lines up with the left. This is the left channel volume here, and this is the right channel. It's color coded. Oh yeah, the gain was buggy. Did I talk about that? I don't think I did. I'm just gonna say fixed buggy gain. Let's go back here. So let's try to show you the inverse phase volume. I don't think Super Metroid messes with that, but I'm gonna try. Check it out. Yeah, it doesn't really seem to. So I'm gonna load up another game. It's kind of sad because I love that game. But one game that I know for sure uses it is Samurai Showdown. So let's just, I don't like the music from this game. No, no hate or anything. It's not my thing. But it serves a good example, so. Alright, so take a look here. You see how these are changing colors? For instance, I'm going to pause it, right? That means that channel 0, voice 0, has the left and right channel are inverse volume, inverse phase, which means that the volumes are negative and that inverses the phase. It's like a feature. And in this case, the left channel is inverse phase, but not the right. So I added that so you could check that out. I want to go in order with this. Added echo main volume bars. Yep, these weren't here in the original version, so I added a main volume visual and an echo volume visual for both the left and right channels each. And let's play some Super Mario World because it goes right into something I want to show. So I was talking about the color codes and I didn't even finish. So see this red? This signifies execution, CPU execution. Wow, I got some like pink here. I've added, see, when I've added the new colors, wow, I got pink. I'm like not even sure. So what happens is it's the combination of a couple color elements to get pink. So what is pink? Red and green? That means that there was an execution there, and a right. But I want to be absolutely positive. Can we replay that? I hit R. See, I have all the keys mapped out. Wait. You see that? See how it was red? See, that means originally it was just executed from, and then something happened. What did it get written to or something? The value didn't change at all. Is that red and blue? Like what? You know, I have an app for this. I never use it. I think it's called Digital Color Meter. Oh my god, I barely ever use this thing. I love it though. So check this out. Stop. So that's red and blue. With green too? What? It's majorly red and blue, so I'm just gonna say red and blue with some green. Well, blue's a read. So, anyways, I'm not gonna get lost in that. That's like a weird color combination that I haven't even seen before. I don't want to get in on that during the video. So let's stay focused. Where was I? Talking about the colors. Let's play again. So the established colors, that was kind of like an exception. Yep, red for the execution, and of course the color fades as it's not being used anymore. The green is a right, and then those cyan colors you see, like these, those are a read and a write. And those literally just happen because when you write, you put blue, and when you read, you put green, and the combination of red and green, I mean blue and green, is it blue and green? I already lost track. Is cyan. And let's prove it. So if I go onto my cyan there, you see how it's primarily green and blue, like I was saying, so. Cool. Alright, these pinks though, I really want to get to the bottom of. Red and blue, execute and read. I can't tell if that's an incident or not, you know what I mean? Because I added all this functionality myself, so I wonder if there's something being established as a read that's really an execute. I don't even know anymore. Not too worried about it though, but we'll fix that shit as we get farther and farther along. Okay, and the yellow is something that I added that I want to talk about. That's the echo region. Can you believe that this wasn't even in the original? So useful to be able to see this. And I also added the ability to disable it. Completely unique to the blog APU. This was original to the SNES 9X. But here I hit the E button, or I can click the echo, and I can turn it on and off. And as I turn it off, you'll see it fade out of usage. And if you're wearing your headphones, it's more obvious, but this is such a small echo region, it's hard to hear, like just on speakers. But I did turn it off, and I just turned it on. Maybe it'd be more obvious on an underwater level. Underground, right here. I'm gonna turn it off, alright? Did you notice? I can't tell when speakers are on. I can only tell with headphones. That's what it off. Turn it on now. Anyways, hit pause. What else have I added? Fix the buggy gain. Oh, see, I loaded Super Mario World because it has a good example of the buggy gain. Hold up. Okay. Well, here's why the game was buggy. It was just a raw value being outputted. But in fact, that is a special register where the top 3 bits are actually like mode bits. So if the top 3 bits are set, you would think you have a really high value, right? But that's not true because it's just a mode being set. So I fixed it so that the right value gets put out, but I don't have any logic yet to show you like what mode the gain's in, if the gain's even at all active. What I did add was the ability to remove the gain, because if the ADSR envelopes are on, then the gain is deactivated, and that's why you see no gain really. You don't see it that often, but Super Mario World does use it, so I'm going to find a place where it's actually being used, which is right here. This must be direct gain because it's such a long bar. You see, with direct gain, the top bit is set, and then all the lower 7 can be used for gain. None of the other ones can have such a high value, so that's definitely direct gain. Let me see if I can find... Oh, there's one like near the end. I'm going to scroll back. There's like hi-hats. I'll find it. Just look for that magenta. There it is. So this is the case where the ADSR is on, and then they turn on the gain for whatever reason, you know. What was it? Where was that? So yeah, they're doing that and that. I don't know which kind of gain they're using, but you know, later on, I'm getting ready to add this DSP map feature where you can click it and you'll be able to look at all the DSP registers and their values, hopefully in the most graphically beautiful way. But it is a debugger; it might be raw, you know me. So let's go back to that. All right. So if I pause it with the gain on, just for fun, that is voice 5. I think the register for the gain is, this is like a fun little exercise that, you know, only a hacker would get off on, like me. But you're here and you're gonna watch this. Okay. DSP, register used. DSP register map. I want the gain, so that's 7, so 57 for voice. Oh my god, my battery's almost dead. I gotta go charge it, this thing's gonna die. Ugh. Oh, I made it. Okay. So, where was I? We were looking at 57, right? 57. So watch this. We can go click. $57. So we see that the value 40 is there. We want to look at the binary representation of that. So the 7th bit, or bit 6, we're going to look at that. Oh, so that is a form of direct designation. So that was a direct gain. I wonder why they used it. See, I don't know why anyone would use the direct gain. But I guess I can see. you have your envelope, and then with the direct gain, you're just getting a full punch. A full punch, like no envelopes. Yeah, I can see why you'd want that. Alright, cool. Alright, so we learned about that. That was fun. Okay, getting out of that. What else did I add? You can double click and you can move around here with your cursor. Edit values like raw. Like you can just be like, yo, I'm editing values, man. And you can break your program. Like you want to see this thing break? I'm turning down the volume because it might crash hard. So I'm gonna go in here. Let's see. Oh. Well, I ended up changing the tempo. I forgot I'm at the tempo. Everything else, whatever. But check. It sounds really cute, huh? FA. I'm gonna put that back to 10. Okay, check this out. This is another thing that I added was the port tool, which I gotta put these pluses and minuses flipped. That came on Rap's version. I don't like that. It's backwards for me. But check this out. You can mess with pretending you're a Super Nintendo communicating with it, writing 1 to the port. Super Mario World uses this for sound effects. You can even change songs. Check this out. So that's cool. I don't know what else I did. That was a lot. Oh yeah, I fixed this PC. See how the PC keeps track of where we're executing. And that was kind of broke when I got this from Raf. Oh, I also got Raf's official permission to incorporate this into SNES Tracker. So that's great. Got that in an email. You want to see it? I'm too lazy. But that's pretty much everything I can think of that I've added to this program. So I'm glad you stuck around. It was a pretty good long video. I don't know how long it was. But thank you for watching. I really hope that you'll continue to support me. This was like one of my dream projects. So, here we go. Never giving up on this one. I always want to say I love you all and have a great day. All right. Bye-bye.